Good evening and welcome to another edition of African Americans Ain't Africans, the Thank Show, the Funk Show that proves without a shadow of a doubt that the so-called African American didn't find themselves to America in the trunk of a ship. I'm your host, the Indigenous One. This is a hot fun in the summertime series, y'all. And I just want to say, down here in the South, down here in Georgia, one of the coldest farewell tours ever was performed down here in Georgia tonight. It was George Clinton and Parliament Funkadelic. Now, before the concert went down, I was hearing everybody say, oh, George Clinton, he's not what he used to be. He's 80 years old, blah, 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 blah. Y'all, listen, wherever you are, make that your summer trip. Go see what this brother has produced with his family. And this is some of the same things I tell you that you should be doing with your families. Stay connected. Because this brother put on the show tonight. This brother wasn't 80 years old. He was 15. The way he was jumping around that stage. And that's what I mean, how we always age ourselves by other people's criteria. It don't work. You got to have your own calendar. You got to have the way you see the world. Make it work for your kids. And this brother is a testimony of what you are, what your children are, what you produce. This cat put on a concert tonight that's one of my top 5 of all times. And when it comes to music, you know the funk. You know how that hit. This brother put it down. So I'm suggesting if you get a chance to see a concert this summer, and he's going to be all around America, go check this brother out. Now, what was cool about this weekend, I've had a chance to party with the Acamax in Virginia. So when the Acamax talk, one of the places a lot of them migrated to was New Jersey. And so when I think of New Jersey, and it's just because I'm a West Coast, I don't know a lot about the East Coast. When I think of New Jersey, I always think about Wendy Williams. That ain't the Acamax. I had a chance to party with them this weekend, and god damn, y'all, you get to stick to your people. Get with your people. Connect with your cousins, your aunts, your uncles, all the people that make you you. Because as Lisa gonna tell you, you connected to this. This is your vibration. This is the place that produced you. Got to insert your back into what produced you, and everything will work for you. So, Lisa, I want to ask you a question. What did you think about George Clinton and Parliament Funkadelic tonight?
Amazing. Friggin' he was amazing. Because I saw him, had to be over 10 years ago, about at least 10 years ago, in Atlanta. And he sat down the whole time. He was heavier. He was 70, and he just sat down pretty much the whole time. And he had a couple of people, young people dancing around him and kind of rapping and doing. It was not anything of a concert, right? Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. This brother is he said 15, 11 years old. What the world? How you 80 years old hopping up and down, bouncing at the end of a concert? How are you doing this? How are you standing up the whole time dancing and singing? How are you doing that? What? We are an amazing people. We are an amazing people. How do you turn back time? Just be us. We can do that. We can turn back time because this brother is like he is a youngster. He has all of his young we were in line to go in, and this beautiful young girl pops out of a car with
Excuse
her.
me, she wasn't beautiful, brothers. She was fine.
She's beautiful, man, and her name is Scotty Clinton, and she is George Clinton's daughter. She said daughter, might have been granddaughter, but could be daughter. Anyway, let me tell you, I believe her because she just whatever. She actually is what she is. She was going through the front gate to get to the concert. It was amazing, and like I said, she's gorgeous, and she was shaking her thing and singing and dancing. He has a whole crew of the baddest, youngest, baddest musicians out there. But you got to understand, a lot of people don't know who George Clinton is. Most everyone you listen to, whether it's rock, especially if it's rock, okay, most of these rock people, that these headbangers, these pop, they are inspired and they learn from this master, because you have to understand he's a contemporary of BB King, of Miles Davis, of Ray Charles. They were not much older than he, right? He was on the footstool of them. He sat amongst them. He learned amongst them. He what is it, Jimi Hendrix. He knows the best. He's a connoisseur. He's a master musician. He is a master aficionado of talent and of comprising a band. So when I tell you the amazing quality of this band, let me tell you, man, the horns, he had trumpet, trombone, saxophone. Man, the brass was real. The guitars, go on and talk about the guitar.
They show they ass.
Oh!
I'm talking about kids 18, 19, 20,
30.
They show they ass.
Young. Amazing.
So this is what we're trying to get across. This is you. This is the vibration of the planet. You.
But what else did he do? He built within his family, right? Who was out there on the stage shaking it up? Not some rocket from somewhere else. No, his daughter was out there shaking her thing and singing, right? He has built an empire. They're not just sitting in the house saying, "Daddy, give me where's the check?" No, they're on stage working, right? And not only the other amazing thing about it is that his legacy is never going to die if they continue like this, because has trained them to perfection. He could die. I don't want him to die, but he could any day. And guess what? They got it. They're ready to rock on without him being there, because they have learned under his tutelage, and they got everything he represented in music. They understand it and they get it. But the other thing that's even bigger is that they friggin' appreciating your people, appreciating the lineage that you have, appreciating your bloodline, appreciating the contribution that their daggone father gave to them is major. And the fact that you have somebody who's trying to give forth a lineage to his people more than just a bit of paperwork or a house or a property that they may have, whatever, giving them a piece of you, giving them your talent, letting them understand the masterfulness that you created in the universe so they can continue it on. That is amazing.
You see, when you give all that shit to these foreign ideologies, other people want to come in and take your heritage. You want to be other people. You call on other gods. You call on the universe, and you call on all this other bullshit that you know nothing about. This brother has showed your mother and father what it's all about. He's shown you what it's all about. And this is what I'm saying. Get with your folks, get with your family, because what you are is what the world wants. Now, one of the things I noticed when we were at this concert,
Mhm.
um, so instrumentally, one of the things that I like about music is the vibration that these horns put through. And Lisa, how was the horns?
Oh, the horns were amazing. And like even from when I saw him 10 years ago, his band is built out like nobody's business. Like he got his life back and he put life back into the band. He breathed it back into the band. He got the best talent out there. I mean, them horns, you felt them in your soul, right?
You, I mean, those of you who are listening
Inspiring.
who know Bobby Humphrey,
Mm.
do I have to say any more?
Inspiring. The other thing that I know is my big takeaway from this was that one single Caucasian man and his daughter. I noticed him as soon as we came in, and I was like, his daughter is going to have an appreciation for funk. She is going to understand our culture better than we do. Because you know what we do? We disregard our culture. We drop it for what, and now, and the unfortunate thing about us dropping our culture is that everything that you get today is not you, because what they're producing today is all controlled by the freaking globalists. So you're not getting your culture, really. You're getting what is permitted for you to hear. You're not getting your culture. And then we drop everything that's old, man. That's old. But this little girl was like, what, 9 or 10, sitting on the blanket with her dad. Like, he's like, this is music. He's teaching her what music is. Did I see any of our kids out there? None. And that's the thing. She got an experience. She got to experience and learn real music. And she's going to grow up way ahead of the game than a lot of our children, because what we're not giving our children is our real culture from a musical aspect, because we let that go. This is a new, I'm only listening to Lizzo. What really?
Dude.
What are you listening to? This is the thing. If you cannot appreciate, like, this is the thing. I appreciate my parents' music, right? Dizzy. I appreciate who else? Ray Charles. Whatever. I appreciate.
That's the good shit.
I know what I'm saying. Right. But I appreciate what they listen to. Miles. Okay. I appreciate that. I appreciate these people that brought the talent. And my parents were always playing music. They always had music going on. My grandmother played the piano, music, sung. That's at the Acamax. We sang, we danced. That's in our DNA. That's in our blood. However, young people are not, we gotta get our young people to appreciate their parents' music like we used to do. We vibe with that. There's a lot of people in the South who still listen to the blues. Why? Because their parents listen to blues. So they listen to the blues. But then the young people, now you got all this media in your phone. All you want to hear is what's new. Be like that daggone 10-year-old, that 9-year-old little Caucasian girl that was sitting up there listening to Parliament Funkadelic saying, yeah, so this is music. And not only is it music, but my dad likes this. And it's going to connect her to like memories of like, this is what my dad listened to. You see, it connects you together. And especially for us being indigenous people, the music binds us. It connects to generations. And when a generation does not appreciate the music of the prior generation, we lose it. We lose it.
So one of the things that we both experienced tonight, and this is what I mean, the African American, what they are, you're connected to the landmass. You have a connection. Like, so anybody who's ever been around, let's say fishing, how do the fish get caught? Because the fish have an obligation to the planet. They're going along their lives. But what you do, you put something that'll get their attention on your hook to snag their ass. See, that's how it works.
Right.
With the music, you're connected to it because these people who are playing these instruments, they're your people. It's simple. So, like she was saying, how George Clinton was contemporaries of B.B. King, how George Clinton is contemporaries of Dizzy Gillespie, how George Clinton is contemporaries of Stevie Wonder.
Yes.
Those people are the people who put out the sounds that vibrate, put you in a position to make you look at shit and see what it really is. Here's an example. So, one of the things at the concert tonight, and one of the things that I always say is, you're connected to this planet. The sun, the sun hits you with the bop gun, the cosmic rays, what gives you your power, what gives you your strength. One of the things I noticed, and Lisa picked up, is when you take off your shoes and these cats are vibing on those instruments, vibration, you pick that shit up. And when she took her shoes off, I'm gonna let her explain what happened.
Man, I took and I was wanting to take my shoes off way earlier, but I was standing on the bricks dancing. So I was like, I don't want to stand on bricks. But anyway, basically, I got in the grass and took off my shoes, and it was like a lightning bolt hit me. I mean, the energy I felt, although I had been dancing on and was wore out, all dancing all through the concert, I was like a lightning bolt of energy just shook through me from that grass and that soil underneath my feet and the music playing. There is nothing like it. It's nothing like it, man. And that's why we need to understand our connection to the soil, our need to be grounded to this planet, and to let the music vibrate through us at the same time is a powerful thing. Not only is it powerful, but that at the same time, the music that they didn't fuck with so much, to get to the music that now everything is so controlled. You got to know how controlled it is. That's what we got to understand is everything we see, everything we hear right now is being controlled. The music we get now is controlled, but before this control was on board, that music was powerful and it's still there and you can still enjoy it. And it does something to you. It changes. It's like something will go off in your head. I feel inspired. I feel enlightened. And I understand. I'm like, man. And what this whole thing showed me is that anytime we can change the direction that we're in, at any time, we can change the way we look, the way we feel. The nigga was jumping up and down at the end of what? At the end of doing hours of performing, hours of dancing, hours of singing. He was not sitting down. He's 80 some years old. And he was bouncing up and down in the air at the end of the concert. Y'all, we can do anything. Anything's possible because I feel like I saw magic tonight. And it just showed me that are capable of all sorts of things that we don't understand. We could turn back time, because I promise you, George Clinton has turned back time, and we witnessed that.
Check him out, y'all. He gonna be all around the country this summer. Just go check the brother out. I mean, take your mama. Oh, take your mama.
Some people did that. We saw that. We saw
Yeah.
women in there look like they were in their 80s in there,
Yeah.
just sitting there, just chilling, enjoying the concert. We saw older women being brought there by their whole family, sitting there along. That was a beautiful thing.
George.
But it's also bringing your babies there, because he had some people come from backstage, and there were some little kids jumping up and down on the stage toward the end of the day and going concert. And those kids were just loving it. And I was like, my damn babies would love that too. They would love this.
So, one of the things what George Clinton did about tonight, when you go see these cats, listen to what the words they say in their songs, because that's what a lot of people bring their kids to listen to. See, we've lost that. What was George Clinton music about? What was he saying? Because the music be so funky, sometimes we get twisted in the words what he's saying.
Right.
He's told you flashlight. What did he tell you on flashlight? Everybody got a little light under the sun. What's the sun? The sun is those cosmic rays that bond to you, that work through you.
Right.
They work through you.
Right.
When the sun hits you, you're a natural entity.
Right.
You soak up those cosmic rays.
Right.
But when you put all this artificial bullshit on, it blocks those cosmic rays, and you can't pick up what's being put out. You're all of this. I mean, the people who call themselves African Americans, Black, Negro, color, you know, that's who those people are. You pick up all of this shit. They telling you.
Oh, just play.
You are the ones. You are the soul people. I mean, people like him telling you. And how don't we get it? Because we rather be other people. You don't want to be yourself. So what if your daddy met your mom? There are two indigenous people coming together to create you. But you don't, I don't know you. All that dumb shit. Get with your folks. You are the people that the world wants to be. You don't see it. So what did you think about the young people that were coming, that was in the band, the shit they was doing? What you think of that?
Well, see, that was amazing, because like when I saw that brother on a guitar, right, and let me tell you something. Yep, that's right. That's cool, Pony Locks, that you play keyboards. That's awesome, for the babies. I mean, we have to expose our babies to this. And we also need to know, that's awesome, Pony Locks. You be doing everything. You give life, Pony Locks. You really do. Appreciate you. But the reality is that we need to do that more. We need to expose our babies to this music. We expose, because you're right. When they get to be in their 20s and 30s, they get this resistance. They're like, I heard that, done that, I heard that before. And it's hard to get a 20-something or 30-something-year-old to sit down with their ears and open it up in a way like they have appreciation. I think we all get that when we're little, like, listen to our parents' music and having that appreciation. Like, I like it because mommy and daddy like it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And if you don't give that to them, it's like you missed that opportunity. But we need to start creating that opportunity with our youngsters, and even like going to like, I feel like we all should start going into these schools and teaching these schools about our indigenous presence and also our music, because one of my Acamax went to a powwow recently. He told me today or yesterday. And you know, these powwows, that's not our culture, right? They got powwows are just the medicine man was trying to get these fake Indians to put on a show so they could sell firewater and this fake medicine that had alcohol in it. That's all they wanted to show. Get the daggone fake Indians, the pretendians, and whatever you want to call them. I call them government Indians or pick me Indians. Okay, they got them to dance and do a jig and do a damn stomp dance so they could sell some firewater, some daggone chemicals to the people. That's what power. People try to say that's from Powhatan. That's some bull. Okay, first of all, they weren't. First, let's be real. In Idaho, those Indians called themselves did powwows because of from Powhatan, bruh. The Powhatan Indians didn't start doing nothing. They weren't even organized until really after 1900 for real. Like not like this, not like these daggone Western Indians. The Western Indians is what the Eastern Seaboard Indians copied from because they said, Negras, show us your culture. We're going to let you be a part of the daggone BIA. We're going to give you recognitions, but show and prove that you're Indian. So they were like doing the damn jigaboo and doing the daggone, and they were doing the bop and they were daggone doing the huckabuck. We were doing our dances, but that wasn't what they considered Indian culture. These pick-me Indians, these lighter ones mostly, got to claim status of being Indian because they adopted a culture that was not theirs. They just mimicked what was on the West Coast. Let's be real about it. Let's start talking the truth, okay? There are no jingle dancers from America. Even the daggone, which one? Shinnecock. They jingle dance. That ain't American, y'all. That's straight Siberian. Google Siberia jingle dancing and see what you see. It's just that simple. It's not a secret, but ain't nobody talking about the truth. Jingle dancing ain't you. You don't spin around with jingles on your damn clothes. That ain't us. And in addition to that, the damn music ain't us. So when we do our music, we got to go back to the blues. We got to go back to whatever kind of soul music we use. That's us. That's our culture. The American Indian culture is what the friggin' world copies. Everybody in the world copies our culture. They don't have a culture. To tell you the truth, these Caucasian Americans have no culture. They take ours. And what are you doing? Abandoning your own culture. This is our culture. What did the Acamaks do? We soul, blues, everything, that's our music. My brother was talking to me today. He was like, well, I don't know what you think, but I was trying to say, well, I went to the powwow and they didn't have nothing really made by them. Everything came from like Navajos or Arapahoes or whatever. I said, let me tell you something. I said, when we do stuff, because like in our summit, my daughter made the hat, made the headdresses. She made the headdresses. I make jewelry. I didn't get to make it our summit, but at Phoenix Moon's thing, I made jewelry. So, I mean, we make what we make, okay? That's our culture. We can make it. We don't need inspiration because he was saying, maybe I'll look at some Native American tribal. I said, bruh, you need to just look at the ocean. You need to just look at the soil. You need to look at the trees, the birds, the turtles, the daggone turkeys, what we used to do. That is your inspiration to create what is our culture and designs. We are it. We are the culture. It's in us. So when we actually create, it's going to emanate from us. It's not going to emanate from some inspiration of some tribe that ain't us. This daggone Siberian. That's daggone Asiatic. That's not a word.
Y'all don't hear
Asian.
me this morning.
Hello. That it's gonna come from us.
So love
And
life.
even when we went, okay, so we try to look at these other people, and we good, try to be good with them. We went to an event last year at one of the major museums of Virginia and met with other tribes that was there presenting, and they admitted that their dances that they do are not their own. The chief admitted it in front of the group of mixed crowd, mostly Caucasian, inside this museum where you paid and you get, you pay a good amount and you get your free drinks and food to eat. It was very fancy and shit. But I'm telling you, he admitted before the crowd that their dancing was not their own dancing. And this was a major tribe. Understand, we're gonna do a bill where I'm gonna explain to you the breakdown of what's really going on with the nations. Okay, because from talking to my Acamac today, I understand it. We don't really know. Y'all don't know. Most and a lot of y'all that's sitting there, people with YouTube channels and everything, they don't know. People that go to these daggone these powwows, they don't know. Because if you knew what was really going on, you wouldn't freaking go to a powwow. For real. You wouldn't go. If you knew how it really was working. And I'm telling you, y'all don't understand. But we're going to do a build on that on Friday. We're going to talk about what's really going on with the nations and who is who and what really is real.
So when you talk your mother, so just imagine your mother talking like this sister's talking right now. What's your mama thinking about? She's trying to figure out some shit. She's trying to make some shit happen. And what a lot of brothers do, they hear that shit and they know that they shit is whack, and they attack some shit they hear like this. So this is what I want to share with y'all, and this is why we got to be upfront so we can fix shit. So this brother Love Life or sister Love Life says, question: why do so-called African Americans believe the 5 civilized tribes, but don't believe their grandmothers that said she was Indians? This is just what I see. You can look at it any kind of way you want to, because another motherfucker's normally telling you what the fuck to think. Love Life: why do so many African Americans believe the 5 civilized tribes, but don't believe their grandmother that said she was an Indian? Are you familiar with the term dumb niggas? You know what I'm saying? Your grandmama told you something. Why would your grandmama tell you something? Because your grandmama, I mean, we don't know what's going on. We've been under attack. We've been under siege. We've been Natasha Harlins. We don't know what's going on. We trying to figure this shit out. So by the time you get to your grandmama's age, grandmama done figured that shit out. And grandmama's gonna tell her kids the truth because she been fucking lied to. She don't want her grandbabies to be lied to. Can I get a witness? Right? Grandmamas don't want her grandkids to suffer the same shit that she suffered, the same shit that she watched her kids suffer. The grandmama's gonna try to make it right. Right? The grandmamas ain't gonna tell you no lie. The grandmama's trying to keep you alive, trying to keep you connected to them. But your nigga ass will swallow anything anybody shoots down your throat. Won't you, nigga? Huh? See, now niggas don't want to talk. I don't know what you mean. Wow. Shut up. What these brothers put out tonight, what this brother put out with this George Clinton Funkadelic, what he's putting down with his kids, grandkids, shit, probably has some great grandkids in that motherfucker.
I'm telling you, man.
They
So
pimped it. They letting you know you have no more excuse
none.
for not knowing, because this brother is in his 80s. I'm telling you, this nigga could have took Kobe to the rim tonight.
He was jumping all over the place, singing and dancing. And anybody knows you might be able to dance, but can you look? Let me tell you something. I just watched the concert in DC. And Pharrell, we love Pharrell because that's my Virginia brother. Like for real, he put the concert in DC because he's a boss. Let me tell you something. He snatched the concert from Virginia Beach, something in the water, because there is something in the water about us there gone Virginia Indians. However, he took it out of the beach and he took it to DC because they weren't respecting what was done to his relative in Virginia, right there. His murder of his damn relative. They disrespected the family. They were unresponsive to the damn crisis. And so he snatched the whole concert. It's not just a concert. It's not just a concert. It's it's a festival that he removed. It's a 3 freaking day festival. Ain't that many Negroes doing festivals? Okay? And he took that. That is a boycott among boycotts. He showed them. You don't respond to me, I'll take your money. Virginia Beach is suffering to this day. They didn't have nobody come for spring break, and they lost that money to DC. Well, let me tell you, when I saw that concert, I saw people lip singing. Young girls, I ain't gonna name no names, but young people was jumping around the stage and couldn't sing while they was dancing and was lip syncing. George Clinton, them boys was dancing and blowing horns and playing guitar, and George Clinton at over the age of 80 was jumping around the stage, literally jumping, dancing, singing the whole show, and bouncing up and down, feet off the ground at the end of the damn show. And that shows you what we can do as a people. That shows you how we're able to regenerate. That shows you how we can build. That shows you how we can heal ourselves. That shows you what we're capable of doing. And if y'all don't understand me, you need to understand me now. We are able to do miraculous things. Miraculous things. There is no limit. It's all in your friggin' mind. You're limited in your thinking, and they want you to think what they want you to think. And if you think for yourself, the sky is the limit.
So I just want to send this out to the brothers. You ever had that sister that took a shower and it's no perfume or nothing? It's just that freshness. You know what I mean? Ugh. That's what you are. That's what introduced your father to life, because the females are the one that produces life. You're the one who helps her. You assist her into help her producing life. That's what these brothers was doing tonight on all these instruments, on the shit they was putting out. When you take off your shoes and you connect to the ground, you connect to your people. The your people are they make up life. You are a part of that. You are that. And that's what this brother was showing tonight. You are life. That's why they bring up all this abortion shit, to get you fucked up. Nigga, you wasn't aborted. You here. Ass is wiggling, nigga. Ass is wiggling. And that's what the whole George Clinton thing is about, brother. Dude, you something that you don't even understand. Your children are something you don't need. Your grandkids. You better get in there and fix it. All that bullshit that you coming with. I'm an African. I'm a Moor. I'm a Hebrew Israelite. I'm a Christian. Oh, be you.
Be what your family made. Be your bloodline. You don't need anything else. All those things are just detours in life that lead to dead ends. Detours in life which lead to dead ends. Religion, politics, these social sects, these fraternal orders, these Masonics, these mystical Islamic things, these whatever. It is a detour because everything you need, everything that the greatest things you desire in life require is inside of you. And George Clinton said that. He said that tonight. It's all in you, boo. We got everything we need. We got everything you need. And when you go to these concerts with these people who are on their way, you don't want to miss it because this is a gem. He don't got nothing to lose. He's 80-some years old. He putting it out on the street. He's like, look, I'm going to tell you what you need to know. And when I'm going to let you hear the music like you're supposed to hear it. And then when you take your feet down to the soil and feel it, and then that music hits your brain, you get a reset.
Can you say that one more time?
Why are we up in the middle of the night talking to you about this? Why? Because we got reset, y'all.
Everybody's got a little light under the sun, under the sun, under the sun, under the sun, under the sun.